Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Good afternoon. And welcome to the Pathways to Success Scholarship Awards celebration. Today is one of the most meaningful events of the year for us because this afternoon is all about opportunity, achievement, and the incredible future represented by the students. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the New Haven Schools Foundation, thank you for being here to celebrate our scholarship recipients, their families, our educators, and the community partners who make these life-changing opportunities possible. The New Haven Schools Foundation was created with a simple but powerful belief: education changes lives. For more than 4 decades, we have worked within our community to support students and schools throughout New Haven Unified School District. What began as a small effort to support extracurricular programs has evolved into an organization that now funds scholarships, classroom innovation grants, literacy programs, STEM initiatives, enrichment activities, and many other initiatives. This year marks another extraordinary milestone for our foundation, and a record-setting one at that. Today, we are proud to award 269 scholarships to 160 students. This totals an incredible $294,500 in scholarship support. That is the largest amount ever awarded in the history of our program. What makes this program especially meaningful is that every scholarship awarded today is sponsored by someone from our own community, local families, businesses, organizations, alumni, educators, and community leaders, and every scholarship goes directly to the students from James Logan High School, Conley Caraballo High School, and the New Haven Academy. This truly is a community investing in its own future. Since becoming an independent nonprofit in 2007, the foundation has now awarded over $2.53 million in scholarships to local students pursuing higher education and career training. In addition, we continue to invest in our classrooms and educators through our innovative grants and educational programs that impact students at every grade level. Today's celebration would not be possible without the generosity of our scholarship sponsors and supporters. We extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude to our gold sponsors, Fremont Bank, represented by VP of Nonprofit Julie Zhu and also Julie Moore. And yes, let's hold our applause because we do have a nice list here. Alameda County District 2, special thanks to Supervisor Elisa Marquez. Kaiser Permanente, please welcome the delegation from Kaiser to our event, and Alan Marcia Bedella. Our silver sponsors, Emerald Packaging, Mike and Cindy O'Brien. Cindy is here today. And our bronze sponsors, Washington Health, represented by Angus Cochran, Howard Transportation, Yvonne Luthra, and IBEW Local 123. Let's thank all of those folks. Your support is not simply financial assistance. You are investing in dreams, opening doors, and helping students build futures filled with possibility. We also want to thank our outstanding partners for their continued collaboration and commitment to our students' success. You are our You are our scholarship sponsors, application reviewers, and certificate presenters. Without your participation, this ceremony would not be possible. At this time, I would also like to recognize our distinguished guests and dignitaries joining us this afternoon. And let's again hold applause until this list is completed. We have Karishma Katari, California State Assembly for Liz Ortega's office, Alameda County Supervisor Elisa Marquez, Mayor Gary Singh, New Haven School Board Board President Shamsa Rafay, and another board trustee Melanie Freeberg, and yet another school district board member trustee Michael Gonzalez, Alameda County Tax Assessor Feng La, Washington Township Medical District Trustee Janine Yi, New Haven Unified School District Superintendent of Schools John Thompson, and our academic leadership team at our district, including Derek McNamara, who's the Assistant Superintendent of Personnel, Mikey McKelvey, Director of K-12 Instruction, Raquel Barcage, Director of K-12 Instruction, Betha Nobles, Director of Equity, Access, and Achievement, and two more, Union City City Manager Joan Malloy, and Union City Police Chief Jared Renetti. Let's recognize those folks. I would also like to take a moment to introduce all of our board members who are here today. These are the people who work hard and volunteer hard all year to raise funds to make this program possible. I will quickly read these names just to keep our program moving, and let's hold applause till the end. So we have John Shockley, Lydia Idem, Haral Shah, Lance Nishihira, Chuck Kennedy, Vipin Bajwa, Tina Babadilla Mastel, Mireya Caceres, Sharik Kakarut, Don Del Pilar, Melanie Freeberg, Tommy Lindsay, Michael McKelvey, Maria Mendoza, Jody Michael, Shamsa Rafay, then J.P. Sahi, Fatima Silva, Jerry Williams, and Julie Zhu. And our advisory board members that are here, Tonya Costa, Emily Duncan, Elisa Marquez, Cindy O'Brien, Gary Singh, John Thompson, and our amazing staff, led by the absolutely phenomenal Executive Director, Helen Kennedy, and then our new event coordinator, who's doing a fantastic job, Arthur Berenke, and then our fabulous grant writer, Sarah Lehman. Let's recognize all those folks. And now to the parents, grandparents, families, and loved ones here today, this moment belongs to you as well. Your encouragement, your sacrifices, your patience, your support help these students reach this milestone. You should be incredibly proud of everything they have accomplished and of the bright futures ahead of them. And finally, to our students, congratulations. Today honors your hard work, your perseverance, your leadership, and your determination. Every scholarship awarded this afternoon represents not only an academic achievement, but also the confidence that this community has in your future. We are proud of you, we believe in you, we cannot wait to see the impact you will have on this world. All righty, I would now like to transition, and at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our tremendous partner in education and a strong supporter of our students in our schools, Superintendent Dr. John Thompson, who will offer a few remarks. Please welcome John Thompson.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is really fantastic to see all of you here. I get to go to events all over the district throughout the year, and this is one of my favorite events of the year because it is the event where we all come together as a community to directly benefit our students who are here with us today. And I have had the benefit of, over the past 7 years, seeing how the generosity of those in this room and those that came before you have changed students' lives. And at the risk of being a little redundant, I think we need to honor that and thank our sponsors, our scholarship forming groups, our benefactors, and students. I'm talking about you. Some of you are going to have your lives changed today, and all of you are going to have your lives made a little bit easier because of the people in this room. So students, let's give them a big round of applause, all of our sponsors. I, as the superintendent, also have the opportunity and probably the unique role of being able to see how our foundation functions. And I know what goes on in other districts, and I can tell you with certainty that we are so fortunate to have a foundation that is as strong as it is, that does as much as it does for our students and our staff members too. Most districts, even if they have a foundation, they don't do nearly as much as our foundation does. And I get to see it every day. This is made possible, this event, and all the other fundraising events are made possible because of the volunteer work that happens throughout the year. And that work is coordinated and directed by a group of people that work tirelessly behind the scenes. I see them, they'll be here in the summer. We're done today, and they start working again. And it goes on year after year after year, and it is amazing to see what they do. I have, again, the unique opportunity to see it all unfold every year. And if you are a current or a former board member, President Ritchie mentioned a few, if you're out there, and I know we have some here, can you please stand up? People should see if you're here. I know we have a few. We have some back here. Let's give them all a big round of applause. And I do this every year, but it's worth doing every year. There's one person who is the glue who holds this foundation together. That's Helen Kennedy. Helen, come on out, please. And any of you out there who she's ever hit up for money, you know that she doesn't give up and makes sure that things get done. So thank you, Helen. All right. Well, I also have the privilege of introducing our next guest. Talk about someone who works tirelessly and is the glue that holds a program together. Our next speaker is Justin Carup, who's the coach and the leader of the James Logan High School Forensics Program. I'm assuming all of you know about our program. It is a nationally renowned program, and the person that leads that and has not just keeps the program running, but has taken our students and made them successful on the regional, the state, and the national level, to the point where this program, started by Dr. Lindsay and then moved forward now under the leadership of Mr. Carup, is really something that is completely unusual. It is unique in terms of what this public school does on the national level. And it's pretty incredible what he has done and to move this program forward. But it's more than that. I get to see the students and work with some of the students that have been through our forensics program, and the confidence, the leadership skills, the incredible way some of our forensic students conduct themselves is a direct tribute to Mr. Carup and his investment in making sure our students are doing the best that they can do. So please help me in giving Mr. Carup a warm welcome to the stage.
Thank you. You think I was the keynote. Thank you. That was nice. Today I have the special honor to introduce someone who brings not only genuine passion for telling stories, but a dear friend who has left a profound impact on my life. I've come to know her as someone who loves adventures with her dog Lola, or discovering new restaurants to eat criminally spicy food. But to the world, she is so much more. As an alumni of New Haven Schools, Candace Nguyen returns to James Logan just a few years after graduating in 2006. She would appreciate if you do not do the math on that. Her time in New Haven inspired her to strive for excellence, as she has served as the ASB board representative and even won a state championship in speech and debate, where we first met in the forensics classroom. Candace left Union City to earn a bachelor's degree in media, culture, communications, and East Asian Studies at New York University. With over a decade of journalism experience, she serves as a senior investigative reporter at NBC Bay Area, where we can see her on our screens nightly, holding the powerful accountable on Channel 3. Her incredible work speaks for itself, earning 9 Emmy Awards, as well as receiving a prestigious Peabody Award, widely considered equivalent to the media's version of the Pulitzer Prize. Yet perhaps more impressive than her accolades is the impact she has left within our community. Candace produced a 5-part series that led to childcare and housing policy reform in Bay Area cities. Candace's investigations prompted a multi-million-dollar investment improving emergency responses in Oakland. From exposing healthcare disparities or uncovering police misconduct, these all are reminders of how truly transformative her work continues to be. Beyond the professional accomplishment, Candace prioritizes meaningful relationships and believes in the power of continuous learning. Through the Asian American Journalists Association, she helps promote the next generation of AAPI first-generation reporters because Candace knows that representation matters. Last year, she took on her toughest assignment yet, becoming a mother to her daughter. Now she spends her days reporting on unlawful behavior and feeding times, investigating both stories and diapers. For her family and for her friends, Candace is the fire that keeps us warm. She brings joy to every room she walks into. Though her life off camera has never been easy, Candace credits her success to the grit of her upbringing that taught her to tackle injustices plaguing our communities today. In a world where journalism is under attack, where our First Amendment rights are seemingly violated, Candace continues to fight for more than just our communities, but for every marginalized voice to be heard. He represents everything a New Haven student hopes to become: a resilience that she isn't defined by, a tenacity to seek the truth, and the creativity to change the world. Please join me in welcoming her home, your 2026 keynote speaker and my friend, Candace Nguyen.
I had such a big smile on my Justin, you are very tall. I had such a big smile on my face. I know he was reading about my accomplishments, but it's more because I was seeing one of my best friends. Where you are today, Justin, inspiring children, following the footsteps of Dr. Lindsay with the forensics program. It's all coming home, and it's just wild. It's wild to be back. I'll do the math. It's been 20 years. Thank you for that introduction. Caught me off guard. Thank you, James Logan High School. Thank you to the New Haven Schools Foundation for having me. It is incredible to be back. In the last 10 minutes, I just caught up with my former Cesar Chavez Middle School principal, Ms. Caceres, my history teacher, Ms. Pappas, Dr. Lindsay as well, and it's surreal. You're behind me here. My speech I wrote last night, it's for everyone in this room, but it's especially for you guys. When I was here last night, when I was reading my speech, I was just wondering, when I was here, did you guys still dissect cats in physio class? Do you guys still do that? Do you guys still run the mile every week? Oh, really? Wow. When I was here, I tried to get out of that every single week. I told my male PE teacher that it was my time of the month, and by the third week, he was like, again? You know, a lot of people will read and hear my bio and think I'm really tough. And some days I feel like I am. I'm holding accused CEOs accountable, exposing government waste and corruption scandals. But here's the real truth. I don't want to waste your time. I want to tell you a true story, not the Instagram highlight of my life. I am as sensitive as they come. My mom will tell you. I am vulnerable, and I'm a pretty anxious person. But I'm usually so anxious that I prepare more than anyone else in the room, so by the time the cameras are on, I'm ready to go. My anxiety has been a blessing and a curse. Mostly a curse, if I have to say it, but a blessing and a curse. And I share this with you because you particularly are growing up in a world where you are inundated with so much from so many screens that did not exist when I was here. And not just the devices, just the content. You're being told to go to college in a time when UC says they don't have enough spots and rich people are cheating their way in. You're expected to find a job when you hear about massive layoffs every week on the news and what's supposed to be our biggest, most booming industries in the Bay Area. You're told to eventually get a home, maybe? Well, Bay Area housing, need I say more? I work in the news, and I do not blame you for maybe not wanting to watch it because it's so darn depressing and sad and stressful. But seriously, please continue to watch because journalism is at a monumental crossroads. But I understand. That's what I'm saying. Despite the angst and the mistakes that we're all going to make in our lives and all the things we're going to feel, I do hope that my speech communicates at least one thing to you. Crazy things are going to happen in the world. This is your life. This is your world. Don't sell yourself short of this beautiful life that you absolutely deserve. If you would have told high school me that this little girl from Oakland, raised by a single mom, was going to be a senior investigative reporter in the Bay Area at NBC, I would have passed out into a little puddle right here on your stage. How did I get here? Here's my story. It was a rough start, as you could have gleaned from some of those intros. When I was 7 or 8, my father suddenly passed away from an aneurysm. Life literally changed overnight. We lost our home. My mother's grief was understandable, but also suffocating. By the time I got to high school, I had this huge hole in me that I didn't even have a name for, let alone could I address it. And looking at me back then, when I was about your age, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. I could be the person sitting next to you right now. I was an A student. I was loud. I was a try-hard. I was that person you saw and you're like, she got it. But if you really looked at the pressure that I put on myself, you could see it if you paid attention. On top of the AP classes, I signed up for all the extracurriculars. Forensics, show choir, leadership. I even joined water polo, and I'm not even that good of a swimmer. By junior year, I burned out. In my attempt to be great at everything, it had me surviving at most of those things. It was my best friends that I found right here in this school that helped salvage my spirit and helped me salvage my grades. And I got into a good college. I went to NYU. I hadn't addressed or named my anxiety yet, but I thought maybe I could figure it out in New York City because that's always the solution. Run away. NYU. You know, sometimes that gets the oohs and ahs. How is NYU? Oh my God, it must have been so cool. But again, I'm here to tell you a true story rather than the Instagram highlight of my life. I think the school was cool. I was pretty lame. I was so homesick. Who in this group right now who's going out of state for college? If you get homesick, it's okay. I was so homesick. Freshman year, I stayed in like the coolest dorm on Washington Square Park, above the Starbucks where celebrities and Broadway stars got their coffee. You know where I went? Back to my room. Doing homework, watching a very unhealthy amount of Grey's Anatomy and anything Anthony Bourdain. I was wasting the experience and wasting my family's money, and I couldn't stand it. I was suffocating in my homesickness, but I wanted to be here, and that added to the pressure of it all. Do you know what I did next? I did the next logical thing. My sophomore year, I got on a plane, and I flew right to the other side of the world. I traveled to China and West Africa to the dismay of my friends of like, what? I thought you wanted to go home. And I was like, yeah, I'm still figuring it out. I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Maybe it was my dad passing away and I realized I'm not going to come back till this homesickness is gone. I had one life and I was going to live it for better or for worse. In Ghana, when my friends were going to the beach, I took a bus 2 hours to a Liberian refugee camp where other students and I put together a documentary. They wanted to share their stories and we thought about what could we do to help. That documentary didn't win any awards. We didn't make any money off of it. I don't even remember the grade I got. But I did get this feeling. I did see the look on someone's face when they realized that someone was listening to them. You don't need a camera to do that, but it's a very powerful thing to do. In your personal life, at work, listening to someone's story. I had always wanted to be a news reporter, like someone wants to be an actor or an astronaut, when you're like, I don't really know what it takes yet, but I kind of want to be it. I wanted to be an anchor because the anchor I saw on TV, I liked how she looked and sounded. But interviewing these people on the other side of the world gave me a sense of what has really kept me in this industry for about 15 years now. And what I hope helps you find a path, a career that you're happy to throw your life into. And that's the ability to make a positive difference, to be of service to something bigger than yourself, to someone else. The teachers, the counselors, administrators in this room, you all know what I'm talking about. When I graduated college, I still wanted to be a journalist, but I had no TV experience. You guys will probably feel that. You graduate, or even now, how do I get a job if I have no experience? I didn't know either. What did I do? I went on Google. I stumbled upon the Asian American Journalists Association. They had a mentee mentor program, and I signed up, and it found me a mentor, Vicki Nguyen with NBC Bay Area, who you'll see now on NBC News. She gives you the consumer tips on the Today Show. But back then, she was here in San Jose. I shadowed her for months, absorbing everything. Now, a lot of people don't know this about that part of my life, but every weekday for about 6 months, I didn't want to ask my mom for money. So I drove to New Park Mall, Sunglass Hut every morning. Remember that Sunglass Hut? Is it still there? No? Okay. And we'll move on from that. I drove to that Sunglass Hut. Maybe I should have done a better job. And I sold sunglasses every morning from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. just for a paycheck. After my shift, I'd go home, I'd take a nap, I'd eat, I'd drive to San Jose to meet Vicki and then watch her research and deliver her report for the 11 p.m. newscast. I didn't make it back home to Union City until about midnight. And then I'd do it all over again the next morning. I wasn't trying to impress anyone where I was. You know, we're from Union City. I don't know about you guys. I didn't have a lot of money. I thought $20 was a lot. I didn't see another way. What the money I got from selling sunglasses, I literally paid for gas. Now, I don't know, even now, it could pay for gas. What is it, like $7 a gallon? Oh, my God. But that impressed Vicki, the grit. She helped me get my first writing job at NBC Bay Area, and then my first reporter job in Salinas, California. This is not in my speech, but one piece of advice I've gotten that's really helped me throughout my career is operate like you're in a fishbowl. People are always watching. This doesn't mean to like peacock and talk about your accomplishments. Just be a good human, be a good person, be a hard worker. And not only because people are watching, because it's just the right thing to do, but people are always watching. Be good at what you do, but if people like you and respect you, that's when the doors open. So, remember how I told you I was really, really homesick? Deciding that I wanted to be a TV news reporter in that moment, in the Bay Area at that point, took me away from home for the next 10 years of my life. Again, I didn't know how to solve my problems. I kind of just made them worse, and I trusted that something would work out. I don't know, I had faith. Is that what people call it? I call it I didn't have a plan B. This is what I wanted to do. It was a crazy journey. In Salinas, there was this executive producer who would snap at us young reporters, and he didn't even bother to know our names. When I wanted to quit, after 8 months, my boss there said, "Are you sure? Walmart won't even hire you." First off, rude. Second off, there is no shame in working in retail. He was wrong. Also, within the next couple of months, a TV news station in San Diego picked me up. I spent the next 6 years of my life in San Diego, honing my craft as a journalist. I was still homesick, but luckily it started coming together and I started kicking butt. breaking stories, discovering investigative journalism where it wasn't just reporting the who, what, when, and where, but like, why did this happen? What can we do now? Who needs to be held accountable to move this forward? I sent a woman to prison who was stealing money from kids with cancer. I closed down a jewelry chain in Southern California and got its owners and workers prosecuted for financially preying on U.S. Marines. I was not much older than you when I figured this out. Was still anxious and scared every day. After feeling like a victim myself for so many years, it was sort of healing for me to, in a sense, come to the rescue of others. By the time I got an opportunity in the Bay Area, I hit the ground running. Oh boy, was I ready. Inside of me, there was still that small, homesick girl from Oakland who hadn't been home in 10 years, but now she was almost 30 and realized, I don't remember the moment I realized, but eventually I realized I had gotten myself here thus far. That I think out of everyone, I think I can trust myself that even with mistakes and failures and bullies and problems that I'm watching that seem out of my control, I think I can get out of it myself okay. I think it's going to be okay. And that really was the key that I was looking for this entire time. And after that, I didn't take a day of work for granted. To name just a few stories we hit out of the park, out of the gate, as Justin said, we exposed Oakland's 911 system that was failing, prompting the city for the first time in 20 years to finally fix it. We're talking 911. We're all raised to say, no, 911 is going to save us or get us help when we call, and it wasn't working. When I first started looking into the issue, city leaders told me that it'd been a problem for years, Candace. This is a problem for years. It's not a big deal. Don't gaslight me. I thought that was the story. I lived in Oakland. My mother called 911 in Oakland when my dad lost consciousness, and the city knew about this problem for years. How is that not a story that needs to be told? My team and I also changed housing policies impacting single fathers. That reporting won a prestigious broadcast journalism award, and it all started with me meeting a single dad who'd been kicked out of a shelter. Here you have a father who's not just alive, but present, and the shelter doesn't have an appropriate space for them. Just unbelievable. I'm so grateful to be in a position in an industry where we can address injustices. This industry has gifted me with purpose, but I also remind myself that there have been moments that it has torn me down. There's yet another reckoning around the corner with AI and social media. But you know what? I have this feeling that it's going to be okay. The path I took here was thrilling. It was also terrifying. The childhood that maybe yours reflects as well, that guided me onto this path was painful, but it also gave me this unique perspective. I say all this because I think accomplishment and failure are two sides of the same coin. As Steve Jobs said in his commencements to Stanford, stay hungry and stay foolish. The quicker that you can learn to fail and recover, the better. Even if you haven't figured it out, and that will be most of the time, no matter what age you are, take that step forward. Take that risk. Say yes to that opportunity. Live this one beautiful life you're given because you all deserve it. It's impossible right now for you to connect the dots of your life looking ahead. But I promise you, if you stay engaged, say yes to those opportunities, you'll have something so precious, a story of your life that you're proud of. But I hope that you can come back here one day and share with the group just like this. Thank you.
everyone. Please, can we give Candace another round of applause for that amazing speech she gave? Fellow Logan graduate. My name is Lydia Edom. I'm treasurer of the New Haven Schools Foundation. And I'm also thrilled to be here with my daughter Layla, who's also a scholarship recipient this afternoon. I have the distinct honor of introducing the Art and Kuhlmann Award, presented each year to recognize an exemplary scholarship sponsor. As Michael introduced earlier, our sponsors are the lifeblood of this program. So at each Pathways to Success ceremony, we take a few moments to honor one of the givers who make your scholarships possible. For many years, the members of the City of Union City senior management team have quietly demonstrated what it means to invest in the future of our community. Through voluntary payroll deductions, they have helped create life-changing scholarships, opportunities for local students pursuing college and career pathways after graduation. These beliefs have transcended staff changes and have become a legacy for department leads at City Hall. Over the years, their collective generosity have contributed more than $50,000 in scholarship support for New Haven students. This time-honored tradition was established years ago by former members of the senior management team and continues today through the leadership and participation of individuals led by City Manager Joan Malloy, who proudly carried this commitment forward. Joan's dedication is especially meaningful as she also serves on the New Haven Schools Foundation Advisory Board, helping guide and support our mission beyond her role with the city. This afternoon, we are proud to recognize this enduring partnership through the Art and Kuhlmann Award. The collective support of the senior management team has opened doors for countless students and stands as a powerful example of civic leadership in action. Their investment in education helps students succeed today, but also shapes the future of Union City for generations to come. Let's bring today's City Leadership Scholarship donors to the stage. Please welcome City Manager Joan Malloy, Police Chief Jared Renetti, Human Resources Director Jason Castleberry, and IT Director Mario Vallejo.
Just on behalf of the Union City management team, we've been sponsoring a scholarship, as has been mentioned, since the origination of New Haven Schools Foundation. It's really an honor, and we're so happy to be able to support this effort. And I want to acknowledge and thank you very much for this award.
I have to adjust this.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Couple of quick housekeeping items. If you're presenting a scholarship today, you should have received a half sheet of paper with your group assignment and instructions for how to come up on stage and present your scholarship award. So if you arrived late and you didn't receive that, please go back to that corner over there, and one of the volunteers, Julie Zhu, is raising her hand. Julie has copies of the instructions for anybody who might not have received it yet. So thank you. So that'll help you get on board with the program. So we're going to start. I'm going to call presenter group A to line up on the side of the stage over there, same corner. We're going to have all the presenters line up behind that wall on the side of the stage. And so let's get our presenters starting to line up while we move through the next next part of the program, and we'll start scholarships momentarily. So if you're in Group A, please line up over there on the left. So it's my honor every year to present the Community Service All-Star Awards. And you probably saw these 5 students in in the event program. They were named. Of all of our scholarship recipients, these are the 5 students who worked the largest number of community service hours. And when I was updating the program, it was about double last year's hours. So congratulations to all of you for doing that much service in your community. I want to welcome the following students to the stage to receive an additional $500 scholarship to recognize you for your community service. It also comes with a free coupon from In-N-Out so you can go out to lunch after. Okay. So let me call them up here. Claudia Key, our top hours worker, 2,271 hours. Sammy Khan, 2,040 hours. And I got to tell you, these numbers are from when they, on their transcript as of fall quarter. So these are December numbers. I'm sure it's even higher now. Next, Ria Palikonda. Come on up. 1,993 hours. Asma Niazi, 1,516 hours. And Phoebe Soon, 1,152 hours. They are, I'm so proud of you guys. Please give them all a big round of applause while I give them a check. Okay, so let's start our scholarship award proceedings for the class of 2026. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. So we're going to do our best to get through all of them by 2 o'clock. So if it seems like we're rushing, it's because there are 269 awards to give out in 45 minutes. So we have a professional photographer here, so I want to kind of go over how it's going to work. Our photographer here, Robert Segurin, James Logan High School class of 2000. So also coming home. So he's going to stay put, and we're going to have all of the presenters move into a particular space where he will take all the photos. So we will have an announcer is going to be calling the names, and your presenters will be coming from the side, and we'll ask all the students to get up from your chair. Please follow along in your program so you don't miss your cue when we call your name. We're going to go fast. You come to the stage, there's a mark right there on the stage, and that's where we're going to have everybody meet up to get your photo taken, okay? You see it on the stage? So the process is the sponsors and the students come to the front, they give you a certificate, you pose for the photo, and then back to your seats. Okay? Pretty easy. One thing is, please, students, drop the certificates on that chair at the back of the aisle so that we can recycle them for the next group. You'll get your permanent certificates as you leave. Okay? Parents, I know everybody wants to get to the front of the stage to take a picture. We're going to share Robert's photos with everybody, but because we have to go fast, it kind of slows us down if everybody's moving around. So feel free to take pictures from your seat, but we ask you don't get in the way of the photographer and don't come up to this front row. So where you're seated, do your very best from there. Okay, and then at the end of the awards, Two things. We want all of the scholarship recipients to stay on stage for a group picture. And so Robert is going to tell you all how to line up so we can see every single face in the picture. So he'll be the boss right after. And then as you leave, when you come out the aisle over to the side, we'll be handing you the packet that has all of your certificates. All right. So, audience, we're going to present the scholarships in the order that they appear in the event program. It's roughly alphabetical order by scholarship name. And sometimes they're grouped because the same sponsor has two that are out of alpha order. A few students couldn't be here today because it is the last day of final exams. And, we think this is important, but finals are more important. So in the interest of time, if we know a student is not here, we're not going to read those names. So just make sure you take note of all the amazing scholars that are listed in the event program, and let's get started. So I'm going to start with our first announcer. We have 5 announcers calling the name. The first one is member of the New Haven Schools Foundation Executive Committee, and he is your city council member. Please welcome Lance Nishihira.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for supporting our students. Let's get started with presenter group A. Presenting the Abigail Noche Memorial Scholarship is Elisa Hermogino, and the winners are Therese Gabriela Fuentes and Amberly Lamb. Okay, and the Al Rodriguez Memorial Scholarship presented by Jerry Williams is Charlene Ariana Gomez and Arman Krishmi. For the Albert and Lolita Williams Scholarship is Therese Gabriela Fuentes again and Nicholas Gong. And for the Albert and Marcia Badella Scholarship, Jerry Williams is presenting. I'm gonna list all these now. Is Isaiah Andre De La Cruz, Maya Doc, Leila Finkley, El Garcia, Leanne Jung, Dara Khan, Hala Mohammed, Luis Fernando Nabunk Rosso, Om Parikh, Valerie Ramirez, Arbaz Singh, and Kaylin Tan. Okay, the Bay Bombs Car Club Scholarship, presented by Jody Mikkel, Deilani Palomino, and Ivan Santiago. Next is the Balua Alston Memorial Scholarship for African American Excellence, presented by Dr. Angela Hilton and Derek Richardson, and that goes to Amandla Holcomb. Okay, the Calderon Family Leadership Scholarship, presented by Jessica Martinez, is Annalyn Hernandez. Also, the Calderon Family Student Athlete Scholarship, Lenny Zhang. Okay, the Canlis LaFlamme Community Service Scholarship, presented by Linda Canlis and Dennis Flam, LaFlamme, Sammy Khan, and Amberly Lamb. The Chong Family Scholarship, presented by Julie Zhu, is Miley Yu.
And next, we have the Christine Rico Nishihira Memorial Puente Scholarship, presented by Lance Nishihira, awarded to Valerie Ramirez and Alexa Sandoval.
The Craig Harper Memorial Scholarship, presented by Raylan Harper, Aliyah Korea, Ilwani Lialo. Oh, there's two. Okay, the next will be the Daniel Camarillo Memorial Scholarship, presented by Joan Malloy. And that's Arbaz Singh. At this time, I'd like to call presenter group B to line up on the other side of the wall over here. Okay, next will be the David Martell Memorial Scholarship, presented by Dr. Francis Rojas. There is Sofia Del Mundo, Sylvie Du, Tolilope Elgedi, Therese Gabriela Fuentes, Zizi Gu, Brendan Malveda, Jocelyn Rios, and Allison Tang. Okay. The Delane Easton Memorial Scholarship, presented by Cherie Crocker Root. We got a few here. Kara Ma, Claudia Q, Sofia Reynoso, Mariah Ruhalva, Keone Speakman. Okay, the Desraj Singh Man Memorial Scholarship, presented by Vipin Bajwa and Lovedeep Singh Sandhar, is Maya Dok. Okay. Thank you, and now I'd like to introduce the next presenter, NHSF board member, Dr. Francis Rojas.
Hello, everyone. Let's continue. We have several awards for the District African American Advisory Dream Awards, presented by Lily Turner. Begin with the Dream Achievement Award scholarships. Essence Anderson Brown, Raylene Blewett, Alea Correa, Celeste Serrano. And next, the Dream Colonel Carl R. Gaiman Service Award Scholarship, Amanda Holcomb, Cordell Johnson, Gregory Lee, Malia Rivera. Next, the Dream Distinction Award Scholarships. Layla Finkley, Nadia Kesse, Martin Lee, and next we have the Dream Excellence Award Scholarship. Margaret Atulobi and Aliyah Korea. And the last three we have the Dream in Business Award Scholarship. Asa Dillon, the Dream in Healthcare Award Scholarship. Tululope Elegbede, and the Dream Scholar Awards Scholarship, Salim Siraj. And next we have the Dorothy Lenz Memorial Scholarships presented by Barbara Scheifler. Awarded to Sofia Sinabre, Sofia Del Mundo, Marissa Maharkun, and Andre Nguyen. And now we have the Duterte Byron Class of 1983 Scholarship presented by Tim Curry. Isaiah Andre de la Cruz. Next, we have the Eli Singer Memorial Scholarship presented by Robert Singer. Awarded to Alfredo Emiscua Ayala and Landon Pham.
Alfredo, no.
And now we have the Emma Blanco Memorial Scholarship presented by Michael Ritchie. Thuria Paliconda and Malia Rivera. We also have the Emma Blanco Relay for Life Scholarship, again presented by Michael Ritchie, Tanya Basin, and Mariah Rubalcaba. And next, we have the Erica Lepe Memorial Scholarship, presented by Maria Caceres. Awarded to Melina Guzman and Amberly Lamb. Now it's time for presenter Group C to line up in the hallway for your presentations. Presenter Group C, please line up in the hallway for your presentation. Okay, our next scholarship is the ESSJ Thomas Seton Memorial Scholarship, presented by Michelle Daniel. And this award is presented to Amado Vre Santos. Next, we have Friends of Sister City Scholarship, presented by Ann Yep Hikinto. The award goes to Asma Niazi. And now we would like to present our forensic scholarships, presented by Justin Karup. The Cameron Steele Memorial Scholarships, John Francis DeRitt and Tanjak Carr. The David Mattingly Memorial Scholarship to Leah Kim and Andre Nguyen. Next, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarships, Panjot Carr and Noah Martinez. And the Tommy Lindsay Scholarships go to Noah Martinez and Andre Nguyen. Next, we have the Guy Emanuel Memorial Scholarships, presented by Kay Emanuel. Going to Fabian Polunga and Ivan Santiago. And next, we have the H.M. Shaw Scholarship, presented by Hiral Shah. Going to Leanne Jung, Om Parikh, and Yilian Perez. And next we have the Islam Scholarship, presented by Shamsa Rafai. Going to Tanya Buholtz and Salim Siraj. Next, we have the James T. Shockley Memorial Scholarship, presented by John Shockley, going to Noah Martinez. Now we have the Jansen Quiros Memorial Scholarship, presented by Gertrude Gregorio, going to Logan Benin. Now the Jean Conley Memorial Scholarship, presented by Vipan Bajwa, going to Kelly Fang. the Jess and Ruth Orozco Memorial Scholarship, presented by Andrew Orozco, given to Therese Gabriela Fuentes. Next, we have the James Logan High School Class of 1979 Steve Postle Memorial Scholarships, presented by Tony Acosta, awarded to Sofia Sinabre, Christina Cooper, Sofia Del Mundo, Juan Pablo Martinez, David Nguyen, and Edkari Suarez. It is now time for presenter group D to line up. Presenter group B, please move to the hallway over to my left. Now I'd like to bring up our next presenter, New Haven Schools Foundation board member Jerry Williams. Take it away, Jerry.
Thank you. Juan Ortiz Acosta Memorial Scholarship, presenter Tony Acosta. Jocelyn Martinez, Edkari Suarez. Veer Singh, Don't Worry Buddy Memorial Scholarship, presenter Chuck Kennedy. Awarded to Daniel Benitez and Cordell Johnson. The Knights of Columbus Scholarship, presented by Art Passion and David Acosta. Winners are Lam Nguyen and Emma Rose Santos. Valeria Costco Teen Worship Scholarship. Valeria Costco Teen Orozco Teen Worship Scholarship. Larry Orozco Presenter. Jelani Palomino. And Emmanuel Zambrando. Yara Family Scholarship, presenter Chuck Kennedy. Winner is Avinash Kaur. Latino Parent Advisory Committee Scholarship, presenter Erica Asensio and Karina Villanueva. And the winners are Amelia Hernandez, Valerie Ramirez, Ivan Santiago, and Edgary Suarez. Lawson Curry 1983 Scholarship, presented by Tim Curry. Winners are Teresa Gabriela Fuentes and Parik. Lee and Lee Athletic Scholarship, presented by Annie Wu, presented to Jocelyn C. Lydia Kindness Memorial Scholarship, presented by Zoya Zilberman. Winners are Teresa Gabriela Fuentes, Amberly Lamb, Andre Nguyen, Brandon Nguyen, and Alexa Sandoval. Liz Lyons Friedman Memorial Scholarship, presenter Sarah Lamine, and the winner is Marisa Mellor. Masonic Homes of California Scholarship, presenter Soledad Martinez. Winner is Alexa Sandoval. Mendoza Family Scholarship, presenter Manuel Silva. Three scholarship winners are Nathan Valley Claros, Arbaz Singh, Alexa Sandoval. Do we have Arbaz? Arbaz Singh? I'd like to ask presenter Group E to start lining up in the hallway on my left. Presenter Group E, please head to the hallway now. Thank you. Micah Audio Memorial Scholarship. Presenter Carrie Audio. Winner Melody Toriak. MBTF Buen Estes Unity Scholarship, presenter Arthur Barinque. Winners are Layla Finkley, Parikh, Calvin Kim, Esses Anderson Brown. Naomi Ellsworth Memorial Scholarship. Presenters Sarah Lamon. Winner An Fang. An Fang. Fang. Nawid Samin Scholarship, presented by Nawid Samin. Winners are Leah Kim, Amberly Lamb, Andre Nguyen, and Haley Woon. New Haven Academy Scholarship, presented by Goya Silberman and Tina Bobadilla Mastel. Winners are Fabian Palongo and Ricky Paredes. New Haven Administrators Association Scholarship, presented by Amity Tafai. Winners are Teresa Gabriela Fuentes, Amberly Lamb, Andre Nguyen, Asma Niazi, Valerie Ramirez. New Haven Rising Entrepreneurial Leaders Scholarship, presenter Melanie Freeberg. Winners are Asa Dillon and Asma Niazi. The New Haven Schools Foundation Board of Directors Scholarship, presenter Michael Ritchie. Winners are Sophia Kai, Atlee Coleman, Layla Finkley, Gabriela Gonzalez, Rihanna Ignacio, Phoebe Soon, and Helena Vo. All right, congratulations all. I would like now to introduce another New Haven School Board member to announce the next group of scholarships. Please welcome Fatima Silva.
All
right, guys, we're going to get through this. So they brought up the Puerto Rican. Are you guys ready? We're going to go fast. Come on, kids. You got to walk up. You got to be fast, okay? We're going to start with the New Haven Teachers Association Joanne Stevens Memorial Scholarship, and that presenter is Shane Henderson, and recipients are Onko Nguyen. Next, we have the New Haven Teachers Association Polytongue Memorial Scholarship, and that is also presented by Mr. Henderson, and recipient is Anissa Cruz. Here. Thank you, Anissa. Great job. All right, next we have the O'Brien Family Scholarship presented by Cindy O'Brien, and recipients are Asa Dillon, Alina Gonzalez, Luis Fernando Nabung Rosso. Great job. Woo. Proud grandma out there. Next, we have the Filipino American Society for Education Scholarships. This is PASE. Del Pilar Family Scholarship presented by Don Del Pilar. We have recipients Jackson Albano, Logan Joshua Asuncion, Noah Martinez, Giselle Tongson, and Haley Woon. Woo! Let's go, overachievers. We love it. Thank you. Next, we have PASE, Grandmaster Mel Lopez Memorial Scholarship, presented by Maureen Texan. Recipients, Noah Samuel Martinez. Closer, closer. When you guys come up, come a little closer. All right, we're going to ask Group F to head on over to the side to get ready to present. Group F. Next, we have Marilyn Chong Memorial Scholarship presented by the one and only Tina Babadilla Mastel, recipient Daniel Benitez. A little forward, please. Next, we have Larry Itleong and Philip Veracruz Scholarship, also presented by Miss Babadilla Mastel, and the recipient is Amaro Vide Santos. All right, Amato. Next, we have Lucy Guitar Dolina Memorial Scholarship. That will be presented by Winifred Mendoza and Arabella Salas. And the recipient is Haley Woon. Looking lovely, ladies. Next, we have Justiano and Patricino Barrera Family Scholarship, presented by Dr. Joseph Barrera, and the recipient is Sofia del Mundo. We also have recipient Gabriel Luis Evangelista. Next, we have JAB I Have a Dream Scholarship, and the recipient is Layla Finkley. Where's Mama's scream? I don't hear you, Lydia. Oh, there you are. Next, we have another I Have a Dream Scholarship, Valerie Ramirez.
And let's call up for recipient I Have a Dream RIF scholarship, Noah Leila Huerta. Why don't you jump in there? Do we have another one? Thank you. Next up, we have Remigio Blancaflor Babadilla Memorial Scholarship presented by Tina Babadilla Mastel and Rachel Evangelista. Our recipient is Sonita Amari. Luis Fernando Nabong Rosso. Next, we have Irene Evangelista Memorial Scholarship presented by Rachel and Edwin Evangelista, and our recipient is Amberly Lamb. Next, we have by the same presenters, Rachel and Edwin Evangelista, we have the Evangelista Babadilla Family Scholarship. Recipients are Leanne Kai Nunes, Caitlin Lauren Roldan, Emma Rose Santos. And for our PASE scholarships, we're going to be announcing a lot here, so hold that pause. We've got presenters Maureen Texan, Jennifer Javier, Junal Malari, and Tina Babadilla Mastel. Presenting to recipients, Bernice Isabella Alfonso, Emmanuel Bautista, Connor Benin, Logan Benin, Eliza Kalangi Marana, Donovan Castro, Aber Francis Conanan, John Francis Dafai, Noah Dafai, Chloe Dulce, Therese Gabriela Fuentes, Annalyn Hernandez, Brendan Malveda, Jaden Ortiz, Jose Rivera, Jaden Santiago, Wesley Sass, Jasmine Silva, Mia Chanel Zaide, Joshua Jaden Zamora. And that was John Francis Daritz. I had messed that up, so I got to get it right for your family. Congratulations, everyone. Look at this crowd. My goodness. PASE, just loving on all our students. Amazing. Out of that. Show me. We have more for the PASE Scholarship. We have, continuing with our presenters, if they can all come back, Maureen Texan, Jennifer Javier, Janelle Malari, and Gina Babadella Mastel. We have recipients, Brendan Malveda. Wait, I went through those. I'm so sorry, everyone. We're on to Zoe Inseong Scholar Athlete Scholarship. This presenter is Randy Inseong. Miley Pepito, Emma Rose Santos, Emily Jolie Yap, Donovan Castro, and Miley Pepito. Miley, you're getting a few here, I see. This is the Zoe Inseong Scholar Athlete Scholarship and the Zoe Means Life Scholarship. Beautiful. Next, we have Phong La Community Heroes Awards. Presenter Phil Hugh. Phil's son. Oh, he's not here? Okay. And we have Michael Freed Scholarship, presenter Michael Freed. And we have Violeta Chaparro Salas. Thank you, Mr. Freed. Next, we have the Suzanne Chan Scholarship, presented by Suzanne Chan, and the recipient is Kaylin Tan. Next, we have Eureka Vu Scholarship, presented by Eureka Vu, and the recipient is Alexa Sandoval. At this time, I'd like to ask Group G to go and line up to present. Group G, please make your way to the hallway. Next, let's bring up our final announcer. Jatinder K. Sahi is her name, but we all call her JP. Please welcome board member JP Sahi.
Thank you, Fatima. Next, we have the Punjabi Parents Advisory Group scholarships. First one is Bhagat Puran Singh. Presenter is Gurcharan Maan, and recipient is Navreet Devgan. Next, we have the Paikanaya Community Service Scholarship, presented by Jyotpreet Sahi, given to Sanaya Benwet. Next is the Shaheed Bhai Jaswant Singh Khalra Scholarship, presented by Lovedeep Singh Sundar, given to Prabrup Kaur. Next is the Khalsa Raj Scholarship, presented by Manreet Kaur and Lakhbir Singh, awarded to Anmol Kaur. Next, we have the Paramjeet Kaur Appal Scholarship, presented by Devinder Kaur Atwal, awarded to Noor Agam Kaur. Next, we have the Sant Jarnail Singh Pindramwale Scholarship for Academic Achievement, presented by Lovedeep Singh Sundar, given to Guneet Gill. Next is the Sardar Harbhajan Singh Gill Scholarship, presented by his granddaughter Pooja Kaur Gill, presented to Jasleen Afoya. Next, we have the Sardar Sham Singh Kariwala Scholarship, presented by Tarlochan Singh, awarded to Arbaz Singh. And the last Punjabi Parent Advisory Group scholarship is in the name of Shahid Payamrik Singh, and we have his son Tirlochan Singh presenting it to Manjot Kaur. Next is the Puente Project Scholarship, presented by Maricruz Meza, given to Alondro Rios. Next one is the Republic Services Automotive Services Scholarship, presented by Maria Mendoza, and recipient is Ian Butler. And also Helen Ho and Jesus Ochoa Hernandez. Rhonda Nagley Memorial Scholarship, also presented by Maria Mendoza. Chloe Hidalgo. I'd like to now call on presenter Group H to line up to present your awards. This is our final group. Presenter Group H, it's your turn to close out the proceedings. Please line up. This is Richard Del Porto II Memorial Scholarship, presented by Aaron Del Porto, presented to Claire Rodriguez. Next, we have the Richard Valle Memorial Scholarship, presented by Barbara Rowe Valle, presented to Jasleen Afoya and Noah Layla Huerta. Also Noah Huerta. Rodney's Hope Scholarship, presented by Anyap Quinto and Martin Quinto, presented to Gabrielle Lopez. Gabrielle Lopez. Ross Blue Memorial Scholarship, presented by Lydia Edom. Students are Aniza Cruz, Maya Dope, and Maria Lavucaba. Rotary Club Scholarships, presented by Harold Francisco. Recipients are Lila Ligsay and Allison Tang.